Yeah, yeah. Well,
So the piano's a no-go, huh?
last person was giving us a great big high, H-I-G-H, and now we're going to come down a little more, because my life, well, tomorrow's my birthday, and I will be 83, and that's a lot of years. And it's been delightful, and I'd like to thank you, Ace, for creating this potpourri of wonderful people. And I have given two people some of my, a book I wrote, the first book I wrote, which is, if anybody has a young child, and the child is a little bit, shall we say,
I knew you'd like me.
If you ever need child,
impatient, and they want to.
Perfect. Okay, well definitely you
I
have my
have a
number
book
and
for
everything.
you, just
Let me know if I
gratis,
pass.
that I'd like to give you. I've
wanted me
given
to
it to
become
two people
perfect,
here
yeah.
with young children, so
Yeah?
come up to me afterwards so that you can have this. I'll sign it for you. But what happened to me was I was a school psychologist for 32 years, and teachers would bring their classes into me to see after somebody had died by suicide. And it was the saddest thing you've ever seen. Raise your hand if you're willing to. How many people here have been touched by either suicide or violence or, it's hard. There's like 49,000 people in the United States who die by suicide every year, which is more than the number of people who die in vehicle accidents. And I was surprised by that. So what I decided to do was to figure out how to make this not happen. And I've written a book called End Suicide and Homicide and the Harm in Between. And if somebody wants that, I have the first edition, which I'd be glad to just throw it out to somebody who might want to stop. So the idea is, if she were to read the book, she would be able to get to all the people in her circle of influence and convince them that they should let God and nature rather than taking their own lives. And not only that, it's like two sides to the same coin. Harm. How many of you have taken a rule not to hurt yourself? My grandmother told me, Trina, you can do anything you want except hurt yourself and somebody else. And so I figured out how to stop the bullies in the schools too, and how, without hurting them back. Because if you hurt those bullies, they just double down and they want to do it worse. So in the book, there's ways to do that. And I hope that, and if you want this book, I then did a second edition, and for under $5, you can get it online. And my last name is Freed, spelled like fried, but everybody here, I'm sure, would rather be freed than fried. Yeah. So, before I go, I want to tell you that I have done a program for teens. I'm going to just put this down. I've written 4 books, and getting them sold is the big problem. They said, great writing a book, but it's like a calling card until you can, and I don't like to market, but that's part of what is necessary. So I put together, last year, it took a whole year, and this program, the BRAVE program, builds confidence and self-esteem in teenagers 10 to 17. It teaches them how to handle bullying situations. It promotes respect and kindness. It develops leadership skills and creates a safe and supportive environment. So I've got a card for anybody who might know a school district who could use a program like this. So thank you very much for listening, and on with the show.